Hey guys, Useful Yields here. So we're going to take a look at Group A this week for the YieldMax distributions. Starting off, obviously we don't have any, we do have a distribution from Chippy. So technically we could calculate that. But I'm just going to save it because this is the first week anyway, so there's not going to be much of a comparison. Um, but moving on to GPTY, we can see here that GPTY has a distribution of 35% with a 3-month average of 35%. So it's keeping on its, it's pretty much staying level with its distribution, except that, obviously the share price has fallen a lot, which kind of sucks, but, you know, kind of hard at the market. Obviously, this released beginning of February, so there's not much that we can do there. LFGY, ooh, LFGY, I bet, has 65% distribution. Same story is true here. 3-month average is 64%. Obviously, the share price has fallen quite a bit as well. For one of the more interesting funds, in my opinion, QDTY, you have a distribution of 43%. That is the highest that there has been. You can see that it has, seems like a little bit of a downward trend. We can check the price real quick. The price looks like 38. So yeah, just a bit down, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We have RDTY with 43%. Oh, I'm sorry, 46%. With a 3-month average of 36%. So this is obviously a newer fund, but also has dropped as well. So yeah, we're above the average by quite a bit this week, and also we were last week. Moving into the last market weekly fund, if you want to call it that, SDTY, 38% distribution with a 3-month average of 25%. So well above its average, and this one as well. It's going down a little bit, but actually not as bad as the other ones, so that's good. All right, moving on to Alti. This one is pretty, it's like a bowling ball, 60 or 76%. I'm sorry. So unfortunately, we just have to look at kind of starting here. We can see that the average here is 78%, so right on average, but obviously the share price has fallen. So yeah, like from here, you can see it's fallen. So yeah, that's it from that one. We have YMAG, which has a 33% distribution. You can see how that kind of compares here. This tends to go up and down, up and down, up and down on the annualized yield. And yeah, the share price is unfortunately not doing too hot either. Going to YMAX, we have a 54% distribution with a 3-month average of 53%. Same story is true here. Yep, nothing more to say about that, fortunately. We have Crash, which is 100% distribution. Now that, just this is an inverse fund, so you can see here that obviously the share price seems to be going up, as well as the yield. I don't know why can't think right now, but if we look up Crash stock, you can see this is $7.41. So unfortunately, it went down actually since this, but it still is decent, I'd say, for being an inverse fund. So yeah, feet, we have a 61% distribution, and that's decent as well. We can look this up. Feet. We have 34%. or $34. So it's gone down a little bit since then. But it's well above its 3-month average. We have Phoebe, which is sitting around 37%, which is also above its 3-month average. But I think the same is true here, with its price. So Phoebe's $35. So it's actually, it did go down, but not by that much, which is nice. We have Gooey, which we can see here is at 40% with a 3-month average of 32%. So right on target for that. And we can see here, Gooey stock, $12, where this was $12.55. So it unfortunately has gone down since the last distribution. We have OARC with a 51% distribution with a 3-month average of 47%. You can see there's a very fast fall there. OARC, my bad. $7.31. So it's fallen even more since then. Obviously, this week was this month was pretty bad for it. Snowy. We have, let's see, 59% with a 3-month average of 57%. According to the trend line, it seems to be going up, so I'm actually curious on how this holds up now. $15. So it did go down, so that trend line is probably going to adjust either to about neutral position or maybe a little bit slanted down. But, Tesla, which is, I know, one of the bigger funds that people hold, 101% with a 3-month average of 67%. We could take a look here. Tesla is sitting at $8.24. So it is actually above here, but you can see here a lot of these are getting really low beneath the, $10 mark, which is kind of scary. TSMY, we have a 51% distribution with a 3-month average of 44%. And we can look at TSMY as well. $13.80. So dropped quite a bit actually. We have Zomo as well with the 34% distribution. Let me type this in real quick. Zomo here, 3-month average of 26%. And the price has gone down a little bit. And last but not least, YBit, we have $10 there, and YBit here. Kind of all over the place today, my apologies. 53% with a 3-month average of 63%. So unfortunately down quite a bit, but the share price is also down, but not by much. But I'm gonna try to streamline this thing because I know that I look up a lot of the prices, and it's just annoying that this isn't on the most recent or on, like, when I create the charts, it only does the past history. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to be able to show you guys the most recent one that's announced today, as well as include that in the chart, and the current price would be kind of nice as well. So I'll try to get that done here soon. But anyways, guys, that is it from me. And as always, I wish you guys a wealthy future.